Well, welcome back to Hildesheim and Halle 39
heutigen Abendsession, das gilt auch für das gesamte
for the Happy Bet German Darts Championship.
Auf 11 Legs gespielt. Man muss also 6 Legs gewinnen, um die nächste Turnierrunde zu erreichen. Und der Caller dieser ersten Partie ist George Noble.
I don't want to talk over our esteemed MC Elmar Polka, so I'll let him finish off as George Noble fishes something out the back of his gob with his little finger. But what an evening we've got for you here. The conclusion of the first round of the opening European Tour event of 2017. And it kicks off with two young guns, two men in form. And Dimitri van den Bergh, a man who is not shy on his walk-on. Even the dancing girls managed to stay vaguely coordinated through the walk-ons, which is a first for this weekend and possibly the last 18 months. And putting in a bit of practice for young Dimitri's walk-on. We've got former major champion Paul Nicholson on the way, a former major winner Mervyn King as well as the up-and-coming Chris Dobie. But Dimitri van den Bergh, the young Belgian, takes on Adam Hunt, one of 3 northeastern lads. It's like Alfieda's own pet in here this evening.
Game on.
I'm Dan Dawson, Chris Murphy alongside me for this one. This could be good, could it not, Chris?
Well, it certainly could, and if the development tour is anything to go by, it's a pair of players in form and a pair of players that must be sick of the sight of each other.
Yes, 7 times they have met in total, including 3 or 4 this year.
100.
It's a lot.
Well, it was
3 in a weekend, I think.
3 last weekend, yeah.
Yeah, and 4 in total for the year already. We're only in March.
Adam Hunt won 2 of those last weekend, but the one he lost was a final. He went on to win a final himself as well. One of 3 consecutive finals for the 23-year-old from the northeast.
80 seconds.
Does not have a tour card, Adam Hunt. Tried to win one at Q School this year. Was pretty well placed going into the final day. He'd accrued a fair few points, but an early exit meant that it is a year on the Challenge Tour and the Development Tour for Adam Hunt, the Hunter, as he takes on the Dream Maker, Dimitri van den Bergh. 12 Youth or Development Tour titles between them, these two. 4 for Hunt, 8 for Dimitri van den Bergh. And both men are going to be on a finish after 4 visits to the board. 15 darter may be enough to win the opening leg, and that gives van den Bergh a real chance. Hunt may look at the bullseye first dart. Well, he goes straight at the treble 17. Will he get a dart at the double? He will. Double 16 misses inside.
75.
So 15s or 19s, I'm sure will be the route for Dimitri, who is known for taking his time, composing himself before these finishes. 12 or treble. Oh, and he's gone for the treble and hit the wrong bed. It'll give Hunt a chance. A let-off for Adam Hunt.
He requires 16.
Returns, looking to peg double 8. Now double 4. Still double 4. That one was, well, he was lucky that he missed.
Adam Hunt.
Could have gone in the double 13, but
Game on.
he takes the first leg.
Yeah, just an 18 darter, nothing too spectacular, but this could be pretty spectacular, couldn't it? Oh!
120.
Spectacular bounce out.
Moral 180. Mind you, if Hunt was to throw in a 9 darter, that would be the unluckiest bounce out ever.
Well. It is bouncing in Halle 39 here this evening. Significant crowd number. I'm not sure whether we've broken the 1,000 mark. Looking at the way it's stacked up at the back there, I would assume we've smashed it.
I didn't qualify for the UK Open, Adam Hunt, but in the qualifiers he almost stopped a moment of history happening, because when he played Michael van Gerwen, he missed 2 darts to beat him. Van Gerwen in the very next match went and threw 2 9-dart legs. Plenty of those involved. 1 apiece now for this pair on the match tally.
60. Dimitri
And van den Bergh looking to level with a 67 kill.
Well, for a potential 11 dart leg, Dimitri van den Bergh treble 17 for double 8. First bid is there. Double 8 for Dimitri. Oh, wonderful leg of darts, yes. Confident man is Dimitri van den Bergh, as you can tell from his walk-on, and yet weirdly always looks like he's about to burst into tears on the oche. It's a strange
96.
strange sort of dichotomy with Dimitri van den Bergh. Looks like he's absolutely terrified when he's actually throwing the darts, but everything else about his demeanour on stage suggests that he has absolutely no issues with confidence whatsoever, and neither should he. He's made some big strides on the senior tour as well. Made a first semi-final on the Pro Tour back end of last year in Barnsley. Played some really good stuff.
97.
Well, Kim and Ronnie Huybrechts have been flying the flag for Belgian darts for the past few years, but the future is bright. Not only Dimitri van den Bergh, but the likes of Kenny Nayans, who threw a 9-darter on the development tour and won one of those events.
And of course Mike de Decker as well, another young Belgian who's got a huge amount of potential.
30.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the Belgians. Keep an eye out for the Brazilians. Diego Portela earlier on.
Yeah, history made here this weekend in Hildesheim. Diego Portela, the first Brazilian to play on the European Tour and the first Brazilian to win, knocking out Martin Schindler in a pretty authoritative display from Brazilians. Lovely.
Yeah, look at that. Good setup. I was just about to say the quality hadn't quite been there in this leg. But one visit from that kind of territory can change everything.
Adam, you require 40.
Sliding alongside that.
Game short in the third.
That'll do
leg.
nicely for the Hunter.
Dimitri,
It's
your
3
request.
legs, all going with throws so far. Adam Hunt edging into the lead. Dimitri van den Bergh, 8 titles in total
96.
on the development tour, 1 challenge tour as well. It was suggested to me on social media the other day as Hunt fires in a 177 to kick off this leg. Was suggested to me that Dimitri, as a man who's moved into the top 64 in the world, shouldn't be allowed to
95.
play on the development tour because he's a pro, he's an established pro. What's he doing taking money off all these young kids who are there to develop? I would argue that Dimitri is still developing himself.
35.
He still has room for improvement, and of course it's Michael van Gerwen who's become the all-conquering MVG, Mighty Mike, who has specifically thanked his experience on the youth tour, teaching him how to win, teaching him how to go about his business and play game after game after game, get that consistency, get that winning feeling, get used to winning tournaments and winning games. I think Dimitri would be hoping that something similar happens to him.
100.
Yeah, well, the criteria is an age limit at the moment, and Van den Bergh benefiting from that, playing lots of darts. He's been looking at his
89.
schedule. He's literally been playing every weekend. 118. Yeah, it was inviting, wasn't it?
99. Adam, you require 40.
For the first break of throw in this one, Adam Hunt down for double 10, pin this last leg. Right on the wire.
20.
Went the wrong side of it.
Dimitri, you require 19.
So it's 19 in bits. Is that awkward or is it a guide?
And
The
short
guide.
full flag, Dimitri van den Bergh. The flag, Adam to throw first.
2 talented players and both been snapped up by
180.
talent on show. Yeah, both been snapped up by the kind of growing darting stables as well. Hunt under the guidance of Tommy Gilmore, the Gary Anderson led stable.
95.
Van den Bergh in the same company as Klaassen and Huybrechts and
100.
many other potential stars, mainly from Europe.
59.
Yeah, and I think both of these lads have talked
140.
quite a bit about how they benefit from having those senior players with such experience who can pass on some of that knowledge to them.
This is a very Gary Anderson-like leg from Adam Hunt. 81 after 9. And the Flying Scotsman would have no problem. Well, I was going to say taking it out, but setting it up is as good as with your opponent back on 2-2-4.
A little bit close to that treble 20 with that last start from Adam Hunt. He does, I'm not sure, he seems to be throwing very quickly compared to I've seen him before, Adam Hunt. Absolutely rattling through.
He's short to the 5th leg.
Not doing him any harm though, he's
6th leg
3-2 up with a 14-dart leg.
Game on.
Well, there is a difference, isn't there, between playing behind closed doors in sports halls in the UK and then coming and playing on the stage in front of a crowd. It must
60.
get the old adrenaline running.
And he's not a guy who's had loads of experience of playing on the big stage, Adam Hunt. Look at this, down for the 19s.
139.
You know, we have seen him on the European tour before now. We saw him have a run 3 years ago in Gibraltar, made the quarterfinals.
134.
I think that was at a day where he played Dave Chisnall. And Chizzy missed something like 12 or 13 match darts against him. But aside from that game, Hunt played really well, had this run to the quarterfinals. But he didn't make a single European tour last year, Hunt. And he's not featured in the major
58.
tournaments in terms of, you know, where you get some real big stage experience.
You'd argue of the pair that Vandenberg
57.
has found a greater level of consistency. Hunt has shown flashes of brilliance, such as a 9-dart leg in a qualifying event for one of these back in 2013.
109.
And they are both showing flashes of brilliance in this one.
This would be a flash of brilliance. This would be some flash of brilliance for Adam Hunt. Well, he needed another treble 20.
98. Dimitri requires 69.
So Dimitri to level things up at 3 apiece for yet another hold of throw, a 6th consecutive hold of throw in this match. Treble 19. Well, he's gone the 15s route. That'll mean double 12. Double 6. Well, now's an
57.
opportunity. Adam Hunt missed a couple of
72.
darts to break the throw in the 4th leg. Only going to get 1 dart to break here. Double top he wants.
32.
It's quite a way high.
Dimitri, you require 12.
Well, we saw Vandenberg take a breath. It didn't work in the previous visit. Does it again. That's close. Can he clatter it off the barrel and into the bed? Double-barreled marker. Oh dear, oh dear. Unlucky.
It seemed
Adam, you require 40.
harder to miss from those first 2 darts. It was just a wall of tungsten to bounce it off. But Adam Hunt, there it is, the first break of throw. A little bounce in the step of Adam Hunt, who just opens up a little gap now. 4-2 in a race to 6. Dimitri Vandenberg, the world number 51, the 22-year-old from Antwerp. Established player in the top 64 in the world against Adam Hunt, a lad who, for all his potential, does not have a tour card.
100.
Has had a tour card. But doesn't hold one at the moment. The winner of this, incidentally, will go on to play Dave Chisnall.
60. $121.
Chizzy will be propping up the pile in the Premier League in a couple of weeks when Huybrechts and Klaassen miss out on the second half of the season,
100.
having been eliminated last night, a week before Judgment Night. So, but I'll tell you what, in the Premier League, yeah, maybe there's going to be a bit of an anti-climax. There being nothing to judge on Judgment Night, but the race to the playoffs is going to be fantastic.
It's very tight, isn't it? Very, very tight. Dimitri Vandenberg gets down to a finish. Adam Hunt is not on 1. The average is 94 and change apiece.
Yeah, it's a good standard. No nerves on show as yet.
137.
Vandenberg
61.
looking for a big finish to break back. Oh, it's unlucky. Wrong side of the wire.
I think we may have had a scoreboard error there, so Hunt may well have been on a finish. I apologise for the 137. Even 24, is that right?
25.
See what Georgie says.
Then you require 22.
22, okay, well, fair enough. So, he was on 159, and he's split it, now he's at double 4.
14. Dimitri require 100.
There's Dimitri off. All right. Dimitri wants to mark his own game, I think.
George Noble waiting to see what the
Dimitri require 136.
marker has come up with. Well, I think Dimitri's made his score bigger there. I think that's an act of supreme sportsmanship.
Oh, good on you, Dimitri. Maybe he'll take it out. Does it matter how big it is? Dimitri, the dream maker, with 136 checkout. Stick another few points on there, Dimitri. You'll take out anything with darts like that.
A flag Dimitri to throw first.
Maybe just fancied it, Dan. Don't care what's written there. I'm going to take it 136
That's
here.
it. That's going. Well, look, it's a break back, and that means that Dimitri van den Bergh hold a throw here. We've got a level game at 4 apiece. And after an afternoon that was dominated by mainly one-sided contests, apart from the final game of the day, an absolutely baffling one between debutant Michael Ploy and Christian Kist. Kist coming out of that 6-5 to make the second round. This evening, it looks like
100.
we've got a close one to start things off.
And there's a few potential close encounters to follow. Jan Dekker against Chris Quantock next. Excited for that one. Then Paul Nicholson makes his return to the European Tour stage against Ryan Searle. Mervyn King, Chris Dobey and Kevin Painter all in action. The party is really getting started here in Hildesheim.
34.
Another?
100.
Well, that is 180 number 3 for Adam Hunt. 3 apiece in this one. Hunt's at a 177 as well. Is it going to be another? It is going to be another.
4 for Van den Bergh, 3 for Hunt, but 87 will break back. Double 5. Oh, and he didn't want to end up there.
You require 141.
Well, 136 last leg. Can he do 141?
Just a little bit too much to ask on this occasion. Adam Hunt returning to the board. 1 for double 2, I would think will be the route. First bit done. Madhouse for 5-3. Massive chance missed. That is 3 darts in this leg that Adam Hunt has missed for a 5-3 lead.
Well, I wonder if the first dart affected him, because it was pretty wayward, wasn't it? Right in the top corner of... You often see when a player lands it plumb in the middle of the single number, invariably they hit the double that they're aiming for next, but that was a bit skew-iff from Adam Hunt.
You know, I quite liked it. It seemed like a decent guide for him when he went back up to the double 1, but it matters not, because Van den Bergh's looking at double 18. Can he work his way in from there? Yes, he can. And Dimitri in a bit of emotion as it is.
High flag Adam to throw first.
Well, he's determined to enjoy himself. High quality tussle between 2 potential stars
96
of Planet Darts.
$135. 55.
There you see, 94 plays 93 average. Adam Hunt has scored at the start of legs just that little bit better, and he has had opportunities to break the throw a couple of times, which he's not taken. Did it in the 4th leg, missed 2 darts, as this is number 4 for Hunt.
Yeah, he levels up the 180 count, but he's also had a 177. Now Van den Bergh But it looked like a delicious
140.
lie that first start. Now, could he get the big finish? Will he go for it? If he gets the chance, we'll never know.
85. Dimitri, you require 87.
Not sure about that last start. 140 would have left 30.
Curious. Oh, that's a lovely dart, though. Oh,
Very
wonderful.
short
11
leg.
dart leg in the ninth
Dimitri
leg
van den
from
Bergh.
Dimitri van den Bergh. It is 3 legs on the spin for the young Belgian, and that could prove to be decisive.
But Hunt led 4-2.
10th leg, Dimitri to throw first.
But now the Belgian is on the brink of a place in the second round in a clash with Dave Chizzy Chisnell tomorrow.
Well, the averages will show that there's not been a great deal between these two right the way through this match, but the difference has been that van den Bergh has taken his
57.
chances to break the throw when they've presented themselves. He did that in the 7th leg, took out that 136 checkout, it was marvellous. He did that there with an 11 darter to go 5-4 up. Whereas Hunt,
140.
all right, he did get that one break of throw, but in 2 other legs he has had more than 1 dart to break van den Bergh, and he has failed to take those opportunities. I mean, he could have been home and hosed by now had he taken those chances early, really put van den Bergh under pressure. But that's been the difference. The scoring has perhaps been a little bit better from Adam Hunt, but the finishing at crucial times as well.
140.
Dimitri van den Bergh has just given him the edge, and there you see, hitting almost twice as many darts at double.
And now he's turning the screw with another match. Gets down to a finish first, and the pressure is on Adam Hunt to stay alive.
We said these two lads were capable of producing some
57.
exciting and high-quality darts. They've certainly done that. We've had 9 180s between them. Can Dimitri van den Bergh finish with a huge checkout? Treble 20. Oh, back to the 18s, or is it bullseye?
92.
Well, it's the same equation for Adam Hunt. I would imagine he'll go
64.
treble 20 first up.
Maybe
He may go
going down.
19s.
So van den Bergh will return looking at 72 for the match.
72.
Faced a 4-2 deficit just around 5 minutes ago. But a brilliant surge from the Belgian. Wants another one of those. Well, he opts for double 18 because he keeps hitting it.
36.
But he doesn't this time, and Hunt has a chance. A ton to stay alive.
One match dart miss by Dimitri van den Bergh. Is it tops for Adam Hunt here? No, he goes for the treble 20, gets it double 10, and
90.
that would have taken us to a
Dimitri
deciding
requires
leg and one in which
36.
Adam Hunt would have had the throw, but van den Bergh gets more match darts here for a 6-4 win.
Game.
Well, in the early rounds of the
And
Youth
the match,
Tour, Adam Hunt
Dimitri van
would
den
have won
Bergh.
that one because it's only first of 4 legs. But we're playing proper Euro Tour darts here, and Dimitri van den Bergh, the young Belgian with that little bit more experience, has come through this one, winning the last 4 legs on the spin. A match which had 9 180s between the pair of them. Van den Bergh will take on Dave Chizzy Chisnell in the second round here at the Happy Bet German Darts Championship. Coming up, we've got a multiple Lakeside semi-finalist Jan Dekker taking on a man making his debut on the European Tour. It's the Yorkshireman Chris Quantock.
Das erste Interview auf Deutsch. Gratuliere dir. Klasse zurückgekommen, dieses 136er Finish war die Wende im Match.
Ja, den 136 Finish, ja, unfassbar, krass, geil. Ich weiß es selber nicht.
Tolle Stimmung für einen Freitagabend, oder? European Tour, wir haben schon oft Freitage erlebt auf der European Tour, die viel ruhiger waren. Halle ist voll, Stimmung ist wunderbar.
Ja, wenn man European Tour spielt in den Nachmittag, dann ist es ruhig. Aber das Publikum jetzt, geil, danke euch, echt danke euch.
Dimitri, Dave Chisnell wartet, der kommt morgen. Premier League Spieler, wir wissen alle, wie gut er ist, hier an 5 gesetzt. Musst du noch eins draufpacken? Hast du eine Chance?
Ich habe auf jeden Fall eine Chance, weil das Spiel, das ich heute gemacht habe gegen Adam Hunt, war im Kopf schwer. Warum? Letztes Wochenende habe ich Development Tour gespielt. Habe ich das erste Turnier letzte 16 gespielt gegen Adam Hunt. Ich verliere das. Dann spiele ich das zweite, ich gewinne Finale gegen Adam Hunt. Das dritte spiele ich gegen Adam Hunt, verliere ich Halbfinale. Und dann sind wir 2 Turniere weiter, also dieses Wochenende spiele ich gegen ihn und ich gewinne. Ich denke von, wie habe ich das geschafft? Also, Vertrauen ist da und ich habe Bock drauf auf Dave Chisholm morgen. Lass ihn mal kommen.
Wir lassen ihn kommen, wir freuen uns auch drauf. Der Dreammaker Dimitri van den Bergh.